My favorite way of eating spinach is several ways, whether it's in a salad, on a sandwich, or just raw, straight out of the field. Can I eat this leaf?
Go ahead.
I'm Ed Ritchie III, and I'm a third-generation spinach farmer. Family's been farming since about 1910. They started on the banks of the Rio Grande.
We actually just celebrated our 100 years of farming in 2024, so that was a big milestone for us. My name is Paige Ritchie. I'm the fourth generation here at Theodore Thrust Farms in La Prairie, Texas, in the Winter Garden area.
The reason that spinach grows so well here is because of the mild temperatures, fertile soil, and ample water supply. Family started growing what was called Savoy. It's a real wrinkly type of spinach leaf. Very hardy, very tough, and very tasty. And that's what Texas has always been known as a Savoy state.
Spinach makes us unique because it was once vastly grown in this area. Now we're down to about 3 farmers left that are actually growing spinach here in the Winter Garden.
Too hard-headed to quit. It was in our blood. It was something we'd always done.
What variety do you guys grow?
We grow, I actually can't tell you what variety we grow. It's top secret.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, but we grow a couple of different varieties. We prefer the semi-Savoy leaves. It gives a better texture and it just tastes better to me, and it cooks better. We start planting around the 1st of October, and from that day forward, our goal is to plant about 14 acres a week. So we're constantly planting so we can constantly have product to harvest. We hope to carry our season through the end of April as long as it doesn't get too hot. The harvester that we're using now is a 3-bed harvester. Previously, we were using what they called portaways, and it would just harvest 1 bed at a time.
Yeah, we had a 1-bed harvester. My partner had this idea of a 3-bed harvester. Brought 3 of the 1-bed harvesters together, parked them in his barn, and configured how everything would have to work. Sure enough, after about a year, it became a reality. He brought it to the field and it worked. If there's weather coming, if there's a storm coming, yeah, you can get the job done in a hurry and get out of there. Or if you get a late start, we can get it done and not be out here till after dark.
We take everything into a packing house instead of field harvesting. So it helps that, we're in a controlled environment packing that spinach instead of whatever the weather may do. It's unloaded onto conveyors. We have a couple of graders that are looking for any defects in the leaves, any foreign objects, and then it goes onto a shaker line that shakes all the fine leaves out, and then it goes through an air jump. So after that, it falls onto the packing tables where we're putting it into either like a 20-pound or a 30-pound reusable plastic container. Once we get a pallet done, that goes into our vacuum tubes, which is like a quick cool process. From there, we hold it in our cold room until a refrigerated semi comes to pick it up. Other than spinach, we started doing some organic leafy greens, organic kale, and we're also doing kale and collard greens conventionally. So about 60% of what we harvest is spinach, baby leaf, teen leaf, and curly Savoy. And the other 40% is the organics and the collard greens and kale. All of the kale and the collard greens, they go to the valley. And then our spinach goes out to the East Coast and Canada. A small percentage now stays here in Texas. We're trying to build up a market here. So as a kid, I didn't like spinach. I hated it. I hate that they forced me to eat it. As I got older, I acquired a taste for it, and I really enjoy eating spinach now. I prefer it to lettuce. I really enjoy a cooked spinach with bacon. Yeah, that's my favorite.
My daughter's been a blessing. I don't think I could have continued doing what I'm doing today without her help and her there beside me.
Did you ever think that she'd be back on the farm?
Honestly, no. She'd come home from college. We were sitting there talking. And it was getting close to August, and I kind of looked over at her and I said, shouldn't you be looking for a job? Going out somewhere? She said, no, Dad. You don't know? I'm going to stay here with you.
Well, some days are fun. Some days are really stressful. We butt heads sometimes. It's just part of it. But overall, I've really enjoyed working with my dad. I've learned a lot being here. Yeah, I wouldn't trade a minute of it.